Welcome to Courage to Lose, where we look at the biggest losers in sports, but we also cheer on our favorite underdogs. Pirates won yesterday, 7-2 over the Rockies. As we've discussed, you have to beat the Rockies. If you have any chance of anything in baseball, you have to beat the Rockies. The Pirates improved to 24-20. The Rockies slide to 17-27. Now the Reds, on the other hand, had probably the best game they've ever had in the entire history of their organization yesterday. They beat the Nationals 15-1. They've gotten 14 hits, so they tripled the number of hits they've gotten for the whole season already. Twins win 9-1 over the Marlins, so that was pretty impressive. Unfortunately, the Brewers did beat the Padres, so the Brewers improved to 24-17. We need the Brewers to start losing to soften up that NL Central. It is way too competitive in the NL Central. We need those top teams to start losing so that the Pirates can do better. The Astros lost, some Shakespearean irony for our long-term Pirates fans. The Astros are now 17-28. Cardinals win 5-4. And the Cubs win. So the NL Central remains strong. The Cubs are 28-16. That is way too good. The Cubs need to go back to being the lovable losers. We need them to start losing. The Chicago White Sox are 22-21, so they've already won more games now than they won a couple years ago when they won 5 games. So every team in the NL Central is on a one-game winning streak. So it just remains a strong division. The best team in the division is the Brewers, even though the Cubs are in first place with 28 wins. The Brewers have 60 more runs than they've let in, whereas the Chicago Cubs have 43. The Cincinnati Reds are by far the worst team in that division at -26 differential. And the Cincinnati Reds are 3-7, so that bodes well for the Pirates. Cardinals are 5-5 in their last 10, so they're a little shaky. We need them to get a little bit more shaky. Now they're only a +2 in their differential. I think that they're going to start to skid a little bit. However, the Brewers and the Cubs just look strong. Now the NL East is the opposite of competitive. There's only one good team there, and that's the Atlanta Braves. When the Philadelphia Phillies are in second place, you know it's bad. You know that there really isn't much hope. Now, the Phillies are on sort of a winning streak. They're 7-3 in their last 10. The Mets are sort of on a winning streak. They've won 3 in a row. They're 7-3. So we like the Mets. We don't like the Yankees. We're going to cheer for the Mets. Texas Rangers are sloppy. You know, the Texas Rangers historically are a very good club. They are at 0 differential, and my hunch is they're not, they're at 21-22, so they're already underneath 500. That doesn't bode well for them. Now, the good thing about them is that they're in the same division as the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels, and those teams are just terrible. So if you're a Rangers fan, you at least have the consolation to know that you're not going to be in last place because the Astros and the Angels are also in your division. Team to watch, Kansas City Royals. They are on now a 4-game losing streak. So they're 4-6 in their last 10. So that's a team to watch. But the Tigers have lost 3, and they've gone 2-8 in their last 10. So that's another team to watch. Watch the Tigers. They're at 19-25. They're at a -10 differential, so it's bad, but it could be a lot worse. They're not, the LA Angels or Houston Astros bad, but, it's a slippery slope. The only good team there is the Cleveland Guardians. The Cuyahoga River isn't the only thing on fire in Cleveland. The Cleveland Guardians are good this year. Always love rooting for the Toronto Blue Jays. I think they have the coolest logo in baseball. And they are 3-7 in their last 10, 442 winning percentage. So they're a team to watch. Something to watch is who's going to finish at the bottom of the AL East. Is it going to be the Toronto Blue Jays or the Boston Red Sox? We have the historic Boston Red Sox versus the really cool Toronto Blue Jays logo. So we can sort of cheer on whichever underdog we want to there. There's also the Baltimore Orioles to watch. They're at a minus 37 differential. So the fact that they're still 20 and 24 means that they are punching way above their weight class right now. The law of averages just has not worked itself out yet. The baseball season is way too long for a team that bad to remain in third place and to remain only at a 455 percentage. If you're going to be at a minus 37 run differential, it's just going to get worse for them. The Yankees are better than the Tampa Bay Rays, even though the Tampa Bay Rays are in first place. The Yankees are scoring way more runs than they're letting in. And as the season goes on, my hunch is you're going to see the Yankees overtake the Rays. Currently, the team with the biggest winning streak is, ironically, the Chicago White Sox. They've won 5 in a row, so they've already won more games than they won a couple years ago when they only won 4 games over the whole season. The team with the biggest skid is the Kansas City Royals. They've lost 4 in a row. And just looking at runs for and runs against, with this metric, I'm a big proponent of it. Atlanta Braves are the best team in the league by far. They're 30 and 14 with just a 682 winning percentage. They are a run-scoring machine. So the Atlanta Braves have sort of returned to where they were in the 1990s as being this dominant power. And the worst team in the league right now is the Houston Astros. They're on the opposite end of the spectrum. They're at minus 48 runs against, runs for. And then followed by the San Francisco Giants. So some of the teams to watch right now are the Detroit Tigers, the Boston Red Sox, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the New York Mets. They're all really similar in terms of where they are in the standings, where their differential is. Big battle coming up. Philadelphia is going to be at Pittsburgh, so Battle of Pennsylvania. The Pirates, if they can just knock out the Philadelphia Phillies, that'll be really good. This should be easy wins. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. Hopefully the Pirates can defeat the Phillies, establish themselves as the Lords of Pennsylvania. A big series to watch, Toronto at Detroit. These teams are really close in terms of where they are and where they stand and their runs differential. Boston Red Sox have a rough go of it. They are going to be at Atlanta. Atlanta is the best team in the league. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.